Hello guys, today I'm going to introduce 5 most interesting aspects about coins with 5 of my most typical examples of my collection. So let's just begin with the first one, the one with the most beautiful toning. Strictly speaking, this one is not a coin. Instead, it is metal. The largest difference between a metal and a coin is that a metal does not have a nominal value. Since metals are usually created for commemoration but not for circulation, they tend to have higher artistic value. And what's really unique about this piece is that it has a perfect toning. Toning is the word used to describe a special chemical process typically found on silver and copper coins, in which silver and sulfur atoms react to form random colors on coins. This chemical reaction leads to the different colors appearing on the coins. As the direction of the light source changes, you can see the shining colors of all kinds, just like a rainbow. And the second piece I'm going to introduce to you is this piece, also from Germany. I would like to say this one is the one with the most detailed carving. Just like the previous metal, this one also has a very attractive toning, but what really makes it stand out is its detailed engravings. It's almost impossible to put a huge building on a tiny metal surface, but the designer of the coin put the Gothic beauty onto the surface. One can clearly see the windows and arcs inside. The next one I'm going to introduce to you is the most romantic one, the one with the most intensive usage of symbols. This is a typical example with loads of symbolisms on it in my collection. The piece was used to commemorate a marriage, designed by one of the most prestigious artists in France, Oscar Rotti. Lily, symbols of unions, partnerships, and long-lasting relationships are carved on the left side of the bride. Also, tulip symbols of perfect loves are depicted on the right side of the young man. On the bottom of the side, there is a Latin word semper, meaning forever. On the reserve side of this piece, we can see even more symbols. For instance, the ivies and oaks are all symbolic of faithful love. The fountain with Cupid on it is also a representation of love. The designer left bulk of empty space for people who were to get married. In this case, a new couples left their names and the date of the marriage on it. Next, I'm going to introduce the most Chinese one to you. This one. Alright. This copper coin is interesting since it has one of the oldest Chinese arts on it, calligraphy. Notably, the font on the coin was designed by an emperor with great art talents. It left many valuable works of art, including the characters on the surface of the coin. One can really enjoy the beauty of the calligraphy as the light source is at the same height of the table. The light fully illustrates the neat strokes of the calligraphy. Lastly, I'm going to introduce this tiny piece of silver to you, the one with the highest historical value. This piece is made by a country along the Silk Road in Sasanian coin type, which means that it is actually an imitation of Sasanian's coin. One can find lots of useful information from it. I also wrote an article about these coins found along the Silk Road. There are still lots of stories to be found and many mysteries to be solved. I hope that some of you who watched my video can join me on the journey of coin collection.